How does ancient Egyptian theater arts compare to Miners Alley Playhouse?
In this documentary, we will walk you through the answers to this question.
This is one of the earlier ancient Egyptian theaters. We had found this artifact earlier before this documentary.
Our adventure started at a play.
Same here. Strangely, yeah. Let's go get something to eat. Okay.
This is the best sandwich in all of Golden. Time-traveling sandwiches?
Yummy!
What the?
I thought I ordered the number one.
Well, yeah, but these are that's.
Let's try them. They
Yeah.
sound good.
Go. Whoosh!
Whoa, who are you?
I am an actor.
Where are we?
You are at an Egyptian theater. What is your name? My name is Mustafa, but people call me Phil.
Mustafa, what's your theater here like?
It is round and has stone seats for people to sit on.
What is your theater about?
We have shows that are based off folklore and myths to make it more exciting for the public.
Are the public involved in your theater?
Yes, they are. They get to yell and throw things at the actors.
Tell us more about Egyptian theater.
Egyptian theater has three main parts to it. Part 1 is the stage they use. Part 2 is how it is based off local legend and fictional stories. Part 3 of Egyptian theater is how the people watching the story got to yell and say things like yay and boo. Our stage was made of three main parts. The backstage, the stage, the tiered seats. We also had hidden doors and spiraling staircases to get off the stage at each end.
I went to the mother, bro, and they gotta say when the hero appeared or boo when the bad guy came out. Is your theater like that?
Yes, you get to yell at the people.
What were some of your shows like?
They were made of myths and folklore. We make costumes and props for the story. We also make clay masks. This makes the show more interesting. These are all main parts of Egyptian theater. Some of them relate to your shows today, like the booing and yelling.
If we bring you back to Golden and show you what theater's like today, you could learn about our theater and how close and similar it is.
It is truly amazing to see how close Egyptian theater and modern day Golden are alike.
Thanks, Mustafa!
Alright, we're at Miners Alley with Liz and Rory.
Rory, what do you do here at Miners Alley?
I do a lot of things. I've done three performances here just strictly as an actor. But the main thing I'm doing here now is heading up the children's program. So in addition to writing and directing the children's shows that we do here, we're starting to teach classes, and I've also done some workshops here.
Alright, what types of play do you have and where do you get them from?
Well, for the children's theater, we go back to a lot of the well-known fairy tales, folk tales. We've done so far Rumpelstiltskin, The Princess and the Pea, and now our show, The Story of the Nutcracker. What I always like to do for the children's shows is go back to the original source material. and then write the story from that. Now, the evening shows that they do here, Liz might be able to tell you a little bit more about that. But they do a wide variety of shows for the evening shows. But for the children's shows, we're trying to stick with stories that are pretty well known, that everybody's familiar with, and then we do just a slightly different take on them than most people are expecting.
For the evening shows, our executive director and artistic director start reading plays a year in advance, basically, and they try and do 2 musicals a year, or at least one, and then they just go back and forth with what's relevant on Broadway and off-Broadway and what hasn't been done in the Denver area in a while, and they come up with their season that way. And we announced 2016 season in August, and they're already starting to.
So now we know about Golden Theater.
But what's the connection?
Let's see.
Okay?
No, you're not fit to cut out that part.
Yeah, I can put out the. So, theater was free in ancient Egypt. It's just you went to a public theater if you were a common folk, but if you were a pharaoh, you had a private theater. Action.
There's a kid show and an evening show at Miners Alley.
Miners Alley has only been around for 13 years.
Miners Alley is one of the only theaters in the Golden area.
Miners Alley Playhouse Theater in Golden has many of its own unique characteristics, and is somewhat different than Egyptian theater. One thing, and it's much more modern, and it has electric sound systems and special effects. The theater space is called a 3/4 round, and the way they do many of their set changes is by moving the sets on and off the stage, by moving the side exits, which are called vaults.
The sets are mostly designed to stay on the stage, and they fold up or down or sometimes open like a book. The Miners Alley Theater has 135 seats, and they like to make it so that the cast in the play is around 10 people or less. The costumes are made of a variety of fabrics, and sometimes they need extra people to help the actors do costume changes because an actor may use several different costumes in one play.